Hey guys, welcome to this week's video and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, hi, my name is Amanda. I am a mom of 3 boys and an all-over lover of beauty products. And today's video is kind of fun because I figured we'd kind of do a get ready with me, get to know me type of video where I just kind of talk to you about how I became interested in beauty and in makeup and how I came to be sitting in this chair on Wednesdays for you guys. So if that's something you'd like to see, please stick around for the video. I will link all the products I use in the description box below. This might not be a video where I'm more telling you what I'm using. I'm just gonna be getting ready and chit-chatting with you guys. Please be sure to like, subscribe, comment if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. I would love that. I do upload every Wednesday by 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let's get into the video. Okay, to get started, I'm going to use my Milk Hydro Grip. I'm also going to prime the eyes. I'm going to do the eyes first. So let's kind of talk about where I got into beauty. That's kind of the best way to start the get to know me process. I grew up with my 2 sisters and my mom. We just were kind of on our own. But I did not learn beauty from my mom. My mom actually passed when I was 12 from cancer. So I wasn't taught makeup from a young age. I actually wasn't even into makeup as an adult at all. I really wasn't into makeup at all. It was something that I kind of played in every once in a while if I felt like I was going out somewhere. But I really didn't wear a lot of makeup. I wasn't a big beauty lover. I kind of just didn't wear it. But fast forward a few years, I met my husband, we got married, and right off the bat, we had our first child. Still not into beauty then, very much into motherhood. But then I got pregnant with my second baby, Owen, and we had Owen, and with Owen things started to change and to shift a little bit. We always say it's really hard when when you have your first baby. You're like, wow, motherhood is really hard. We have that one baby, but I'll tell you, you never think it's that hard when you have that second baby. Things certainly do become a little bit more challenging. So I had just had my second baby. My husband had moved us from Rhode Island, where we're from, to Florida for work, and he was working 12-hour shifts, and I was home alone with my 2-year-old and my 6-month-old, and I now know in hindsight that I had postpartum depression. Back then I didn't. That child is now 6. So back then I didn't recognize it. I didn't talk to my doctors about it. We were in a different state. I had no support system, no friends, no family. It was a challenging time. It really was one of the most difficult times in my life. So yeah, I really kind of wasn't taking care of myself, would go days without showering, would not do my hair, wouldn't even mess with makeup, forget it, not even getting dressed, felt frumpy, didn't lose the baby weight, like really was just in this rut of motherhood. And motherhood can be incredibly isolating in general, I think. It can be very, especially when you have a new baby and you're kind of just in motherhood. It can be very isolating. Add to the fact that I was in a state that I didn't know anybody. We weren't friends with anyone. We were literally just there for my husband's job, and I was alone all the time with these babies. And I love my children. I do. I love being a mom. But you need to have something for yourself. You need to have that self-care, and that wasn't a thing. Like nowadays with social media, you hear everybody talking about self-care and how important it is, but back then I didn't. That wasn't a term that I said. It wasn't a term that I heard very often, and no one really advocated for that. So I just kind of grit my teeth and bared it for months and months and months. And then a cousin of well, she's married to my husband's cousin. She started with this makeup company and shared them a before and after. And her kids and my kids are around the same age, so I found her very relatable. And I loved that she looked beautiful, and she said this makeup was really easy. And again, I wasn't really into makeup, but I thought maybe I could do that and it would make me feel better. So I bought the makeup, and so began the journey. It was a game changer for me. It was a very easy makeup line to use for someone who didn't know anything about makeup. When I tell you guys I started from literally zero knowledge of makeup, I do mean it. There's some pictures I can share of when I first started practicing makeup to now, and I've come a long way. So I have a lot to share as far as knowledge goes, but I really just started playing with makeup, and I was we ended up moving back to Rhode Island, and my husband and I had to live separate from each other for a little while, and my kids were staying with me, and my husband was working. And I would go through like my mom's Estee, it sounds ridiculous, but my foster mom, I was staying with my foster mom at the time. I would go through her like Estee Lauder samples and like pull out the eyeliners and the lip liners, and I'll play with it. We're talking like I'm well into my 30s at this point, but I started getting excited about makeup products and what I could do and how they made me feel. And then it just kind of escalated. And now here we are 5 years later, and I have quite an obsession with makeup. I love makeup so much. It has opened a door for me in self-expression. It's given me an outlet that I needed for myself. I need that time. I never really do much for myself, and we tend to lose pieces of ourselves in motherhood. So before I became a mom, like I said, I wasn't really into the makeup and all the beauty stuff that I love dearly now, but I was into reading, and I mean, I would consume whole books in like a day or two. I loved to read, and I don't read anymore. To this day, I don't read anymore. So I kind of really got into the beauty and kind of left other pieces of me behind because I have 3 boys. I'm very busy. I also have a job. I work from home. But I've been making that time for myself. So I promised myself I would find a way to start reading books again. So I downloaded Audible and got some books. And I've been reading books again, which is really nice. Now, there will be 3 days between me reading a few chapters or listening to a few chapters. But it's been nice to get like back into reading a little bit again. So I'm excited about that. So I guess kind of my time on social media and why I show up here is a piece of that. It's like wanting, you know, like when I sit down to film these videos, it's after my kids go to bed, and I have a couple choices. I can go to bed myself. Lord knows I'm tired enough, but I don't want to because I know I'm coming here to create. I want the community. I am alone all the time. I'm alone. Well, no, I'm not. I'm never alone. I'm never alone. You mamas know. I'm never alone. But I am without adult conversation most of the day. So when I post on Instagram stories, or I come out here to YouTube, or I post a video to TikTok, it's really like I'm talking to my friends. And that's kind of what I want here. You know, I'm not out here I'm not going to be the next biggest beauty influencer. I don't think I am going to be, do you know what I mean? But I do think that I have things to offer. I have knowledge. I've learned a lot about makeup. I have opinions about makeup, but I also I just want some friends. I just want some people to talk to. And I think that's kind of the amazing thing about social media. So in other words, you know, me feeling so tired and run down and missing pieces of myself really brought me to a place where I had to seek those pieces. And some of them were there, and I'm just bringing them back. And some of them were totally created out of just self-exploration outside of motherhood. So I always say, go down to the bottom of my Instagram feed and then scroll up and you'll see my journey, because I've come a long way. And it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing that we can do these things as moms. You know, some of my best friends I've actually never met in real life. They're just people I've met on social media. And I think that's amazing because, and I found them through my love of beauty. This is like the flakiest shadow ever. I love it so much, but it's so darn flaky. I probably should have put a glitter glue down. That would have been smart. But that's okay, because I'm not perfect here. Not striving for perfection. I'm not. I do strive for every video to be better than the last one. By the way, if you watched last week's train wreck of a video, I think the lighting and everything is much better here. So yeah, just, I mean, this might be really disjointed because I'm not used to filming and chit-chatting like this. But I'm super grateful for my finding of beauty and for finding that my love of beauty, because it's given me so much. You know, I learned so many things. Photography. I've gotten into photography through my love for beauty and taking pictures of beauty products and taking pictures of myself in makeup. It's given me this love for photography. So I now love taking pictures, and that's really fun. It's just given me so many, like, if you really love something and then you give yourself the opportunity to get into it and really learn and take the steps, you can learn so much. You know, it all started with this small compact of makeup and my mom's old eyeliners and lip liners, and then I learned to apply the makeup. Then I learned how to take proper photos of myself. Then I learned how to take proper photos of products. And then I learned video editing. And here I am at this kind of place where I'm doing things that I never thought I would do. There's just, like, you never know where things are gonna lead you. So I'm just super grateful. I love this foundation, by the way. It's the Complexion Crush by Ulta. Oh, surprising. You just never know where things are going to take you. So if there's something out there that you're wanting to do, you want to learn photography, or you want to write a book, or you want to get into beauty and makeup, I encourage you to do it, because I took stock at 40. I just turned 40 in June, and I took stock of my, I don't want to say my life, that sounds really morbid, but I always wanted to be here and create, and I never really allowed myself to do that. So now, here I am doing that, and good things are coming. So I really am grateful for that little before and after I saw on the internet that got me to buy my first compact of makeup, that got me to learn photography and learn proper makeup application. And now I have brands that I work with, and you know, I have that fulfillment outside of being a mom. And that is, it's an amazing gift. It really is. It's an amazing gift. And I think it's just so great. You can be more than what you think you are, as long as you are willing to take chances and work hard. This is beautiful. I love this foundation so much. It's so pretty, and it's so cheap, and it's Ulta brand. It's very surprising. I recently saw a video on TikTok where the woman was taking her concealer brush on like an eyeshadow, and she said that it was a better way to apply your concealer because you would get less on your face. And I am not above learning new things, as we're kind of discussing here. So I'm going to try that today and see how I like it versus just like swiping into the, like applying it directly in my face. And this is the Lawless Beauty Conceal the Deal. Concealer. That's actually really nice. Yeah, I like that a lot. And I like to do my nose as well, like just along the sides of my nose and kind of blend outward. That's really pretty. Way to go, woman I can't remember on TikTok. I don't remember. She was a celebrity makeup artist. I know that much. I just don't recall her name. I spend a lot of time on TikTok. Well, no, I don't spend a lot of time. I don't have a lot of time to spend on TikTok, but I do go over there quite often to drop a video or to socialize. I have some friends over that I've kind of started making, people I talk to through the day, and you know, it's just great. It's so great. We all learn from each other and we give each other tips and tricks, and you know, it's not easy being out here on social media and creating content, you know? There are things that I certainly didn't know. This looks so bright. It's a bright concealer. I need to pick up like a darker shade of some of my favorites because I've been spending a lot of time outside with my boys. Actually, I blended out nicely, so I'm not too worried about it. It's so hot here. Is that hot where you guys are? Oh, Lord. It is so warm. I'm gonna put a little there, a little down the center of the nose. There we go. So, I always kind of lose track when I'm doing these get ready with me's because I kind of just lose track. Essence bronzer here today. I'm going to use a different technique. Instead of sweeping it, I'm going to kind of push and press it and see if I can get a better application. I will tell you, I am not the great beauty expert, but I have learned quite a bit in my time playing with makeup. And I really do think it's just playing with makeup, because a lot of times when I got started liking this whole beauty space, I really was, what I would do is I would wait until my kids are in the bathtub, and then I would practice. I would get my makeup out and I would get my makeup out while they were playing in the tub, and I would just practice. It's how I learned how to do a wing liner. It's how I learned to contour my nose. It's just how I learned. So I'm hoping here, I don't know, you guys tell me, do you like instructional videos? I mean, I'm not an expert for sure. I'm not an expert. I wouldn't call myself one, but I know a good amount. I practice a lot. Am I selling you on my confidence? But it's, do we want more instructional videos? This is a Wander Beauty palette. Or do we want just kind of, our kids have gone to bed and we're just chilling, doing some makeup? Like, you guys tell me, because I want to hear it. I want to be here for what you guys are interested in. I recently got the Morphe Ariel eye brushes. I had been eyeing them for so long, and that's a lot of money for brushes for me, but they are so good. I really like them. I think they're great quality, because I was a little unsure. I don't really like Morphe brushes all that much. I say that lightly. I've only tried like one pre-made set of brushes, and they were the worst quality brushes I've ever used, so I didn't enjoy them. So I didn't think I would like these, but I got them anyway, and I do like them a lot. I think they're great. So if you're interested in some new eye brushes, these are beautiful. I hope that's a little bit more of an insight into kind of who I am and how I got here. I want to get to know you all too. So in the comments today, tell me how many kids you have. Do you have kids? How many kids do you have? What made you get into beauty? What's your favorite product? I mean, I want to know all the things. But maybe let's just start with what got you into beauty. What's, you know, where did your journey come from? Where did your journey start? That's a really pretty mascara. This mascara is Stila Huge something. I don't know, but it's so good. I like it a lot. So anyway, I want to get to know you guys too. I really do want to build a community here on this page. So if you're interested in, you know, makeup and just hanging out with me, that would be really wonderful. This mascara has me shook. Oh my god, it's crazy. It's so good. This is the best mascara I've ever used in my life. So you guys tell me, do you want more instructional videos, or are you more interested in just chit-chatting at the end? I mean, I film these at night, so for me, it's the end of the day. Or it's really hard to talk when I'm doing bottom lash mascara. Or do you want just like chitty-chatty stuff like this? Because I want to get to know you guys. I want, you know, my goal here is not to be the next Tati, so to speak, as much as it is just to have some friends and some community and all those wonderful things. That's what I'm really interested in doing here. It's just building a community. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a lip liner here. My favorite, which is the LA Girl Precision Liner in Sugar and Spice. Use this Gen C in the shade Margaret. It's just a really pretty nude shade. So yeah, I don't know, another hot mess video, I'm sure. One of these days I'm gonna pull it together. But I hope that gives you a little what in the what is happening with my lips today. And a final step for me is I'm gonna pop a gloss on. This is just, again, Gen C's. I really like this brand. I keep using it, so I'm trying to use other things, but I come back to this because it's really good. This is their Clean Sheen Lip Gloss, and it's just so pretty. It's just so shiny. That is just so good. So let's just look over everything, see how everything looks, and kind of run everything down. So anyway, all of that to say is I found beauty through needing self-care, and I think that's super important. So I think I talk about it a lot on Instagram, is, you know, taking that time to really make sure you're taking care of yourself and making sure that you're showing up for yourself, because you're going to be a better mom for it. And I think that is a real, I feel like I'm missing eyeliner. I think it's a real challenge in motherhood is, so for example, I went to a movie this weekend. I never go out ever, and never ever. And I went out to a movie and I felt immediate guilt. I shouldn't have left the baby. I shouldn't have put so much pressure on my husband to watch the kids. I shouldn't. 1,000 I shouldn'ts. When really I should. It's important. It's important for us to spend that time with ourselves. I don't know where that construct came from, where we felt like we had to, as mothers, not allow ourselves that time to ourselves. We feel that guilt. Why is it necessary to feel so guilty? But you do anyway. All of us do. I mean, I don't know a single mother that's not going to feel guilty when she has gone and spent time away from her children. We just do. We feel guilty. So for me, makeup and showing up here on YouTube and then on TikTok and on Instagram is a way for me to show up for myself guilt-free, because I haven't really, I mean, if the baby gets up right now, I can shut the camera off and go take care of him and come back. And it just fits within my life as a mom. So yeah, I hope this gives you a little insight into, you know, my goals here and what I'm hoping for this channel to be. It feels a little disjointed right now. I feel a little like stream of consciousness, but I think we're headed in a good place. And I love sitting down with you guys on Wednesdays and getting ready. Even if I go wipe it off in a few minutes because I have to go to bed. Because like when I film at night, that's what I have to do. So if this was a fun video for you, please be kind, like, comment. The video quality is much better this week. I learned some things. We're always learning and growing here. I think that's kind of the point. You know, I learned, you know, I had my babies in my 30s, and I thought, once you reach your 30s, you are who you are. But it is so not true. We are not who we are at any one point in our lives. We can always be ever growing and ever learning. And I have learned so much in the past 5 years. I've changed. I'm an entirely different person today than I was when I had my first baby. I'm a different mother. I'm a different woman in general. I'm a different wife to my husband. I have learned and grown and changed so much. And the confidence level is, I couldn't even tell you. I'm going to share some pictures of the beginning of my journey here. And you can kind of see where I began and where I am. And yeah, it's been a fun journey so far. And I really am excited about what I've got coming up. I'm working with some amazing brands. I'll be sharing some new products with you guys. I just have I've had to make some changes recently, and I have some real like excitement for where I'm headed next. Some good things are coming. I'm excited. I really am. I truly have an excitement within me for creating content and some of the things that I'm going to be doing in the future. So stick around. I think we're going to have some fun here. I really am. And every video gets a little bit better. If you have any suggestions for next week's video, I don't really plan them ahead that well. So let me know what you want to see. I have a lot of new products that I haven't tested out. We can do that. Or we can just kind of hang out, have a glass of wine or something, and do some makeup. Thank you so much for watching this week's video. Again, please like, subscribe, comment. I so appreciate that as I begin to grow my little channel here. And you can also follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and I am also on Facebook. Although I don't post there all that often, I am most active on TikTok and Instagram. So if you're wanting some more content, those would be the places to go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are doing well wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.